Shalom, shalom. It seems that we're live. Thanking the great King of the universe for food, clothing, and shelter. Thanking Yehovah for our lives, for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. For being God and God alone, and besides him there is no other. We give glory unto this great King, the King of the universe, the one who alone gives us everything that we desire. We give glory unto this great and mighty King, and we continue to ask him to be with us. To be with us even in our tough times, and that he continue to bless us even in these the lands of our captivities. I don't know how I'm looking on. I'm trying the new method on Facebook. I'm not sure if you guys can see me on Facebook Live. If the stream is coming in live on my Facebook page, but I'm gonna need an account of that. We'll go check right now to see what's going on if I'm live on my Facebook page. I'm trying something new, and I just want to see how that's working out. I found a new method through one of my son's apparatuses, and it does seem like I am live. I'm gonna need an account of that. We'll go check right now how that's working out. Is it coming out clear, or is it coming out like grainy? On Facebook Live, is it coming out straight? People on Facebook Live, let me know if I'm coming out clear. Fuzzy. Everybody on Facebook Live, is it coming out clear? If you hear the echo, it's because I'm trying to see how everything is coming out. I already see I don't like the way that it's streaming. Is the stream smooth though? Is it a smooth stream? Is the stream smooth? Or is it choppy but is the stream smooth? Let me know if it's as smooth as it always is. I just want to know, to the people on Facebook Live, if it's coming out smooth and clear. I'm clear. Work with me now. Let me know if it's coming out smooth. It's dark now. Video and audio clear, smooth. All right, cool. All right, let me know when it starts faltering, because I could go back to my cell phone. People say it's dark now. Let me try to work on some contrast and stuff here. The people on Facebook, you might see it jump up. Let me work on some stuff here. You're going to see another screen on Facebook. So you're going to see all my operations here. Got to try to work with the camera contrast. Clear out certain things. You see Prince Richard out there. Let me close some stuff over here, quit some stuff. There you go. So now, here we go. So, some advanced settings. Well, it's not letting me do it while it's up. All right. I guess I'll deal with it. I'll deal with that later. So I appreciate everybody that shared the video. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in with us tonight. And we're giving glory to the creator of heaven and earth. On YouTube, I hope that I'm being heard clearly. So thanking the Most High creator of heaven and earth for all things and everything. I just wanted to touch on a couple of things. I just want to get my Tanakh real quick over here. Or one of my many Tanakhs. And I just wanted to talk about all of the, we had a couple of deaths in the last couple of weeks. And first and foremost, I want to give glory to the creator of heaven and earth, because he's the one that allows us to be here. He's the one that gives and takes away life. Blessed be his name. Blessed be his holy name. And we glorify him. We give him glory. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not really comfortable with this stream that I'm doing right now on Facebook Live, so I'm going to go to another stream. I'm going to start another stream on Facebook Live, and then we could go from there. I'm comfortable with the way we usually do it, so I'm going to stop this stream. We still here on YouTube. Here it goes. Shalom, shalom. Now we on Facebook Live. This is the stream that I'm comfortable with. So, like I was saying, we give glory to the creator of heaven and earth for all things and everything, food, clothing, and shelter. Thanking the Most High King for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And thanking the Most High King for all of you that have tuned in tonight. It's a blessing to have you here. It's a blessing to just give me 1 second. That's not where I wanted to go to. Give me 1 second here. This is what happens when you run in an operation by yourself. You don't have anyone else. Shalom, Nate Jones. Shalom, Elquana. When you run in an operation by yourself, this is what happens. Get a lot of delays in between. Shabbat Shalom, Yonah ben Yisrael. From Charlotte, North Carolina, Lavia, Aliyah, Bat Yosef, Shabbat Shalom to you. Giving glory. Thank you, Nate Jones, for being patient with me. I really appreciate that. Shalom, Captain Elimelech. Shalom, Shemariah, Charbel, Tanos. They do really big. Do you do, Jim? Sometimes. Marsha Yisrael. I don't know where this is going. Letitia Stewart. Shalom. Kyan Mercer. Shalom. Dina Yisrael, Shabbat Shalom. Captain Elimelech, Shabbat Shalom. Ashriel Levy, Shabbat Shalom. Jonah ben Yisrael, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to everyone out there who is watching me and who is on Facebook. Everybody on YouTube. Naya, Shabbat Shalom. Tia Adams, Shabbat Shalom. And Shabbat Shalom to everyone that's on. So like I was saying, we have a rash of, not a rash, but we had a couple of deaths within the community. For many of you that didn't know, the sister of, one of the daughters, Cohen Levy, Kifsa Yisrael, her mother, Ima Keturah, and the other mother, Ima Rivka, she passed away last week due to some complications to an ailment that she had. So there was a funeral yesterday. She was put away by her family, the loved ones, friends, and it was unfortunate. And when I also found out that my brother Azriel, I think he's a Levite, Azriel Levy, that after he left the funeral, he went to his father's house and came to find out that his father had also transitioned and passed away. So our condolences go out to that brother, good brother, from Albany, New York. Very, very good brother. Good peoples. The House of Strength, Shabbat Shalom. And we give glory to this great king. So our condolences go out to Ima Keturah, the entire Levy family, to our brother Azriel, to his entire family. We give glory unto the creator of heaven and earth, but we know, death is a part of life, and it's something that, for regardless to how we feel, it's a part of life. And sometimes we question God about deaths, but he's the one that gives us life, so therefore he's the one that should also take it away. So we, in glorifying his name, even through good times and bad times, we got to give it up to this great king, no matter what. Prayer, everybody, I'm not sure, I was supposed to call him today, but I've been so busy and doing so many things, I forgot to call the elder, Chief Kohath. Everybody keep your prayers up for Chief Kohath. He was in the hospital this week. I'm not sure, I have to give him a call. I don't know, Princess Hannah, if he came home from the hospital, but let's send some prayers up for Chief Kohath Ben Levy, that the Most High God will keep him and keep him strengthened, and that the Most High God be also with his rib, even Princess Hannah, and continue to bless them and keep them. So just let me know, Princess Hannah, if Chief Kohath is home already. And we need to, everybody in this room on the Facebook live stream, need to send up a prayer for Chief Kohath. Also, he was discharged last night. Torah Yah for the prayers. Hallelujah. So Chief Kohath is home. Torah Yah for that. Also, we need to keep, we send up in prayer another elder, Ima Noreen, who was having some issues with some fluid in her chest area, and other little complications. But I spoke to her, and she told me that she's feeling much better, after getting some medicine and doing certain things, you know, changing her diet. So hopefully we'll be seeing you, Ima Noreen, soon. And hopefully you'll be back to full health once again. We pray for all of our elders. Hit me on Facebook. On Facebook, my name is Uziel Lewy. Request me as a friend. Anybody on YouTube, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Let me know who needs prayer. Put it in our YouTube feed. Someone needs prayer, let me know. Just write it in. All right? Just write it in. Let me know who needs prayer. Prayers work, especially if we do it sincerely, especially if we do it from our hearts. Prayer helps. I mean, and God is real. Tania Edmonds, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to everyone. I know it's not the Shabbat in many places, in probably a few places, and you just tuning in with us. So if it's not Shabbat there, get into the spirit of Shabbat. It'll be Shabbat soon. So thank you, the creator of heaven and earth, once again for everything, food, clothing, and shelter, and this time of loss in the nation. We pray that Yahweh continues to hear us, hear our cries, hear our supplications, because that's all we have. All we have is Yah. So it's a great thing. I just want to read, I think, something that's apropos for this time, this season, this time. If you will go with me to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, I believe. I think this is fitting for this time in this season. Every time, you know, is not a time for rejoicing. Sometimes it's time to contemplate and to think, to reflect on what has just happened. You know, there's a Shalom, shalom. My back here, can y'all hear me on YouTube again? My clay on YouTube? I don't know. It looked like it's going to be one of those nights, family. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So hopefully it's not one of those nights. But if you can hear me clear on YouTube, please let me know. Let me know if you can hear me clear on YouTube. All right, everything is coming in clear. All right, Torah YAH. YouTube is not blank for everybody. Everybody said YouTube is good, Shamariah, so maybe you might have to log out and log back in. So, here we go. I'm going to read David ben Levi, Shabbat Shalom, to you, my brother. Ecclesiastes chapter 3. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. So, when we look at life, life is a cycle. So life comes and goes. Every minute, every second of the day, somebody is being born and somebody is dying. And this is part of life. Life and death are part of it. We rejoice when somebody is born and we mourn when somebody dies. Especially when somebody dies at a young age. But sometimes, I believe it's one of the prophets where it says that, I forget where it's written, but it says, sometimes we mourn the death of people, but never considering that maybe maybe the righteous, or maybe people who are dying are taken away for the evil to come. So those are things we have to keep in consideration, that sometimes every time somebody dies, we just don't understand God. Maybe he's protecting them from the evil to come. So death is part of life, just like being born is a part of life, and it's something that we have to learn to live and accept. It's rough sometimes. Sometimes it's unexpected, but that's how life is. Life is unexpected, and things that you don't know. You could come home from work one day, and how many times have you heard it? People coming home from work, hard day at work, get struck by a car. Next thing you know, they're not here anymore. That's life. That's how life works. And we just, all we could do is glorify this great King. So there's a time and place for everything. There's a season for everything underneath the sun. It says, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. So there's a time to plant into the ground. There's a time to harvest. But you're not going to get a harvest if you don't plant. So you have to plant. So there's certain formulas, there's certain things that work with each other. You can't go into something and feel like you're going to be on top of something, right? Like you're going to be on top of something, but yet, or you're going to gain something, but yet you haven't put in the work. Better put. You got to put in the work in order to get something out of life. So if you don't put in the work, then you're not going to get anything out of life. You have to put in the work. So in order to harvest, or to get a harvest, you have to plant. That's life. That's how life goes. So these are the different intricacies of life, and there's a time and a season for everything underneath the sun. It says right here, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. So obviously, a time to kill, this is talking about cases of, if you have to execute someone for a particular law that carries capital punishment, things of that nature. You go to war, that's a time to kill, so forth and so on. But it says, and a time to heal. There is a time to heal. Sometimes we go through things, we have issues in life, with friends, with loved ones, and we haven't healed yet. We still carry the pain and the hurt, or whatever it is that we're going through. It takes time to heal. You know, you just don't heal overnight over certain things that that are said and done and things of that nature. You know, every person is different, so it takes time to heal. And physically, it takes time to heal from wounds also. You know, you do a surgery, you do something like that, you just can't get back. The doctor might tell you, you got to stay off your feet for 4 weeks. You know, then you got to come in for therapy. So it takes time to heal. Even in that sense, spiritually and also physically, it takes time to heal. It says, a time to break down and a time to build up. Yeah, it's a time to break down, a time to build up. Sometimes you know, when you go into the any of the armed forces, they strip you down. Now, I've never been into any of them, but from hearing it from people that have gone there, they said that they basically strip you down to nothing. They make you feel like nothing to build you back up. And why do they do that? Because they want to get everything out of your mind that had to do with the outside world, and they want to put into you what they want to put into you, meaning how to be the best soldier possible, how to be the best American possible, and these are things that they do. So this is psychological. So it is with the Torah. When you come in just learning Torah, you have to break everything down. You cannot hold on to the things that you've held on to in the past. You know, you got to let those things go, and you have to begin with a clean slate. So those are things that we have to always keep in mind. Those are things that should keep us motivated. Those are things that should keep us going as a people. You know, when we break ourselves down, and I heard more Elisha said this, you know, it's like the time to break down is because now you want to build a new foundation. You want to build something new, something right. So you got to break down all them old ways. We have to break down all those old ways that sometimes we still fight within ourselves. We have to, how do you say that? You have to acknowledge that God is the one that gives you everything, not anyone else. That's the problem where a lot of our people run into. They give credit to everything else except the creator of heaven and earth. And he's only one. So those are the things that we have to keep in mind, and those are the things that we have to keep in our thoughts and everything that we do, because it's rough. It's rough out here, you know. And if we don't have the protection of the creator, we're going to be in trouble. And we need the protection of the Most High. Don't y'all agree that we need the protection of the Most High? If you agree we need the protection of the Most High, give me a 1 out there. So, I just want y'all to... Now my toolbar don't want to come up. Wow. Everything is just tweaking out here tonight. Well, let me continue on. It says here, a time to weep and a time to laugh. So, you know, people who cry and weep, there's a time for all that. But don't weep. That means, you know, also, don't be crying all the darn time. Sometimes you got to toughen up. Sometimes you have to realize that, stop all that crying sometimes. Seriously, you got some people that cry a little bit too much. Cry over everything. Cry over this. Cry over that. You got to learn when to be strong and when to stop that crying. You know, crying is all right in its time. You know, you put someone away. You know, that's a time to cry. You know, a family member that you love, that's a time to cry. But when you cry just to cry for no reason, you know, those things are kind of, you got to control that. You know, you got to toughen up a little. It's saying there's a time to laugh. There's definitely a time to laugh because God doesn't want us to be, God don't want us to be a bunch of people that, we don't have fun, we don't enjoy ourselves. You go out, you can have fun. Everything within the realm of Torah. Once we respect that realm and we stay within those fences, then we're good. God will bless us. And a lot of people go outside the boundaries of Torah, but you have to always remember that Torah is what got you to where you got. That protection is what keeps you alive. Once you start removing those hedges of Torah from around you, then you're exposed to any and everything that could happen to you. And those are things that we have to be aware of and we have to be careful of, that we need Yah in our lives. And those are things that we have to keep in mind, that we have to keep that fence of Torah around us to protect us. So that way Yah don't get angry with us and destroy us, because he has the power to do it. So those are things we have to keep in mind, brothers and sisters. Those are things that we have to understand, that, Yah doesn't play with us. The Most High don't play with us. He's the creator of all things. He's the creator of good and of evil. So all that, the devil, if you're giving the devil so much credit for things that happen, that means that God is less than what he is when he's all controlling. So, the devil made me do it. That's giving credit to some entity and saying that the entity is on the same level as God. And it doesn't work that way. I don't believe in a concept of a devil. I believe the concept of a devil, or what we know as devil, is from I believe, where did I read about it? It was from a book called Dante's Inferno, and that's where we get our concept of devils, and with tails and pitchforks and stuff like that. Before that, it was just an adversary. Oh, somebody is harassing on YouTube. Okay. What we got over here? All right, here we go. Block. What's going on over here? Block. What's going on over here? All right. I see they. Block. I see that they usually don't bother us. I see that tonight they I see that tonight they on they on the roll. Yeah, I need an assistant. That's the thing, cause I need to make somebody else an admin on the channel to block people when they up here going crazy. So, all right, that stuff don't bother me, because I know that the more we learn, that the more they go down. So a lot of it be a lot of people that just hate the fact that we are the children of Israel, and they're upset. So we not even I'm not even sweating them, because I don't even know them. That would hurt more if it was somebody that I knew. So I'm not even, they don't even worry me. I just want to get those comments out of there. So here we go. It says, a time to mourn and a time to dance. So we mourn, you know, the families mourn for the loss of their daughter, sister, aunt, cousin, friend. But then there's a time to feel good. You know, I want to share this story, right? And to just show you how the Most High works. So yesterday, we went to this funeral, and the brother of the disease, of the sister who passed away, Chief Meku, he asked me to bring out some drums because, you know, Israelite funerals, what we do, we play the drums. We still give praises to the Most High. So he told me to bring out some drums, timbales or whatever. So I usually wouldn't take the day off from work. So I said, you know what? I put in for a day out of work, and I just say, you know, I'm just going to relax this day, make sure everything's cool. I'm going to do it that way, and that way I don't have to rush around. So what happened is, you know, we went, the funeral was done. After the funeral, that's when the brother Azrael went to see his father, and he found out that his father had passed away. And then then what happened is that after that, so I'm in a dilemma. They were having the repast at BINAH Yisrael. So I'm at the funeral home, so I'm like, should I go with the drums in the car, or should I go back home and drop the drums? So I'm in a dilemma right now. So I'm like, you know what? I was going to go to BINAH, but I didn't want to leave the drums in the back seat of the car. Then somebody break the car window. So I used my better judgment and say, you know what? Just take the drums home and then come back to the repast at BINAH. That's only going to take you about 40 minutes. So I'm like, okay, no problem. So I go home. So when I get home, my oldest child, she's home from college. She wasn't feeling too well, and then what happened was that she had left the pot on, and then when she left the pot on, she wasn't feeling too well, but she laid back down. So needless to say, you know, all the water dried up from the pot, and then I could smell that burning metal smell. So I came home, saw it, turned it off, you know, did a little bit of yelling, but I was grateful that nothing happened to her and that the house didn't burn down. And then I said, wow, from someone's death. You see, people won't link it up and won't give credit to the Most High, because I took the day off for someone who is not immediate family, right? But just to help a brother out. And in the sequence of all those things happening, it was like I was in the right place at the right time, and I was supposed to be home at that time, bringing the drums on a day where I usually be at work, right? To maybe save another life. That's how God works. So I'm grateful to the Creator of heaven. You see, I don't look at things like that as being lightly. People might look at it and say, "Oh, that's coincidence. You can't link it up. Oh, you stepping too far out. You know, you trying to make it some mystical stuff." How is that mystical? I was debating whether or not I should come back home to bring the drums, and something told me, bring the drums home. Bring them drums home, man. You don't want nobody breaking your glass, doing this, doing that. So I'm just showing you the power of the Creator of heaven and earth. I'm showing you the power of God and how He pushes you certain places. So when God is talking to you, you better listen. Sometimes we out of tune. You know, like back in the days when you got the knob and you trying to find that right, the radio station, you know, WBLS or whatever, and you get caught between WBLS and that pirate reggae station, and you trying to get BLS, and then you finally get it. We got to fine tune that radio so that we start to listen to the Creator. You understand what I'm saying? So those are the things that we have to keep in mind. Thinking that, you know, is instincts, is God guiding you certain places, God pushing you to go certain places, but sometimes we don't take heed to the signs. And that's where we go wrong. The signs are always there. The thing is, are you going to listen to the signs, or are you going to forsake the signs? One thing, one of my teachers always used to tell me, Chief Amos Ben Lewy, my father-in-law, also, may the Most High God bless his memory. He always used to say, big man, you have to pay attention to the signs. He always used to tell me that. He was big on that type of stuff. You know, pay attention. When things start happening to you, those are the signs. Examine yourself. Know what you're doing. Strengthen yourself. Straighten yourself out. Those are the signs. When you start disregarding the signs, then that's when things start coming down on you more and more. Because the Most High God, he said he chastised those that he loved. So if he stopped chastising you, that means that the love is gone. But if you pay attention to those signs and you get closer to your God, those are things that will keep you in good standing. So those are things that I always look for. So just pass down a little jewel to y'all, and consider those things. You know, never look at something and take it for granted and say, you know, that just happened because, you know, that it was just what it was. It's not. Don't look at life like that. Always put some respect on God's mercy for you. You understand what I'm saying? Always put some respect on God's mercy for you, and acknowledge when he's being merciful, because I looked at it as a blessing that came out of something that was tragic to one family, or that was hurtful to one family. It was a blessing to me because I was able to be home transferring them drums. On a regular day, I would have been at work in Jersey. Who knows, I would have heard the news, the tragic news, and I would have been mourning. So it also pays to do goodness for others. I always do that. You know, brother asked me to bring the drums. There was only one way that I could bring the drums, and that was by me being there. You know, so the kindness of your heart will the Most High God repay me right away. So I thank God for being God. I always give glory to his name. Those people that forsake him, that turn their back, start forsaking the Sabbath, do what you want to do, God will have mercy on you. But you have to come back to him, and you got to ask him for mercy. You know, you got to ask him for mercy. You got to come before him in a humble state and ask the Creator for mercy. So I thank God for those things. I know I'm getting drawn out with stuff. This is always my problem. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. Yeah, it's called tough love. Now, refrain from embracing does not mean to hold a grudge. People use this to try to make it seem like, oh, you can hold a grudge. You can. The Most High clearly stated that you cannot hold a grudge against your brother. Can't hold a grudge. What Solomon is stating here is that sometimes, let's say your children, they do certain things, you're not happy with them. You're not giving them that hug and that kiss and that come over here. No, you're going to give them that cold shoulder. You still love them, but you're going to treat them a certain way so that they know that you're not happy with their behavior. You know, with your brother or your sister, you know, a time to refrain from embracing. Listen, before we got that hug and that kiss, let's sit down and talk. I need to talk to you. You know, talking is always better than not talking and let feelings grow. Because once you let feelings grow, then you might allow a little bit of hate to creep in. And when that hate creeps in, all that does is fester, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and stronger. So those are things that you got to keep in mind. Things that you have to keep in mind. So give glory to the Creator, you know. Give glory. And it says right here, a time to seek and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to keep and a time to cast away. This is to all you hoarders, right? You people that like holding stuff from 1974, that got your house filled with papers that you did in college 20 years ago. You got things called scanners and computers. Scan all that mess and put it in a computer. Stop hoarding stuff and keeping racks and racks and racks and stuff. Unless it's a historic memento or it's something that's important. What are you hoarding stuff for? Clothes from 1984. Get rid of that stuff, you know. Unless it still fits you and then you still wear it, then I'm not telling you to throw away your clothing. Yeah, you got to get rid of that stuff. You can't be hoarding stuff and keeping stuff. There's a time where, you know, when Pesach season come, start throwing stuff away. Start cleaning up. Start getting rid of stuff. You know, you got to get rid of stuff. You can't hoard stuff and you can't be keeping stuff forever and ever. No. You're going to bring roaches to your house, rodents. You're going to bring all types of stuff. There's a time to hold on to stuff, and there's a time to get rid of stuff. Papers and stuff like that, you got electronics now. You can save that stuff, scan it. You don't have to put your significant other through a hoarding crisis. You know, oh no, I don't want to throw that away. Those are important papers. Pay stubs from 20 years ago. What are you doing with that? Get rid of that. You know, so with that, you know, we have to be careful with that, you know. So right here. Oh, we also pray for our sister Edna, who is feeling under the weather. Hope and pray that the Most High God will be with you, Sister Edna, and that the Most High God will bless you with health. So now we say a time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. So this is very important also. You got to know when is the appropriate time to speak and the appropriate time to be silent. This is an art that people sometimes don't get, and that is sometimes is lacking in some of us, you know, and a lot of times it comes from just not being able to hear no one else, you know. But there's a time where mentally you have to fight the urge to want to talk and listen to what people are telling you. That's right. You know, sometimes friends come to you, right? And this is something that I see that it's not good sometimes, and things that we have to keep in mind. Sometimes a friend comes to you, right? And they're venting. And when they're venting, they might say things maybe about another friend, right? But you know they're venting. They're just upset for that time. But then you, as that friend, if you're listening to the vent, you could correct in the wrong that the person is saying. But the key thing is that You don't go back to that friend that it might be venting about and tell them, oh, so-and-so said this about you. That's causing strife and it's causing misunderstanding. That's why that person who carries messages is very dangerous. You know how many times you got have friends come to me and start to vent about another friend that we might both be friends with. And I just eat it. I die with that because I know at that point in time it's just a vent and you're just upset at the time. But it doesn't mean that the person hates the person or feels a certain way about it, feels, like they just hate the person. So it's very important to learn when to speak and when not to speak. And then there are times when friends are really at odds and things are going too far where you have to step in and say, all right, we're going to both sit down. We all going to sit down and we're going to come out with a resolution. So you got to know when to hold. You got to know when to fold. You got to know when to speak. You got to know when not to speak. Sometimes people just want you to give them their ear. Give you they want you to give them your ear. In other words, they got things in their heart and they just want somebody to talk to. And you got to know when to keep your conversation limited, stay kind of, quiet and kind of listen to them because they might be going through a hardship or through a pain or through something, and you just got to learn how to listen and not always give your opinion on everything because everything doesn't need an opinion. Certain things is just elementary and you just got to listen to the person. Sometimes, sometimes with your significant other, I know I'm going to give away a secret that brother's going to be mad with me about. As men, sometimes we learn the technique of the technique. Yeah, right. Okay, she did that? Get out of here. Sometimes, brothers, don't get mad with me. That's called the technique. When your Isha comes home and she just starts unloading on you, she starts telling you everything that happened in the office, what this one did, what that one did, and you be like, you watching the game and you don't want to tell her like, Isha, I'm watching the game right now. Can we talk about this later? So we developed the yeah technique and method. And that's called, I don't want to tell you what that's called because it's going to start a lot of fights. Dina Yisrael, we pray that the Most High God will heal you. Dina Yisrael, we pray that the Most High God be with you. Wow. All right. We pray that the Most High God be with you, sis, and that the Most High God protect you. Nah, I don't want to tell y'all what it is. Look, blessed, LOL. Oh, no. That's right. Let me see. Who could keep his mouth and his tongue, keep his soul from troubles? Absolutely, Yerusha, Yehuda. You don't do that. You like to listen, Ashaltil. Yeah, right. Okay. We all like to listen. I like to listen too. So we So yeah, we man, you just messed me up with that one, Dina. We send our prayers up to my sister Dina, hoping and praying that the Most High God be with you and protect you, guide you and keep you, and that the Most High God continue to shine over you. Yeah, so we yeah, as brothers, sometimes, as you get on in marriage, and in time, you learn to finesse certain things. Can't tell your wife, just, can you please shut up because I'm watching the game? That's what you would like to say, but you can't do that. So you develop the yes technique. It's called the yeah technique. At that point, you could say, yeah, you stink, and you'll say, yeah, yeah. That's the yeah technique. Brothers, don't get mad with me. Don't get don't get mad. Every now and then you give up, one of the secrets. And I know I broke a man code somewhere in between there. But I believe if you're married long enough that your significant other already knows that. And she's just glad that you acting like you're paying attention. Oh, now sister's talking about it goes both ways. It goes both ways. All right. If you want to say that, Tamar, let me see here. A time to love and a time to hate. Wow. A time for war and a time for peace. That certainly is true. There's a time for war and a time for peace. A time to love and a time to hate. Unfortunately, sometimes that hate part goes too far and people get caught in that web and can't get out of it. So those are things that we have to be careful with. Verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate. No, verse 9. What profit have he that worketh and that he laboreth? Right? So what profit is it that you work and you labor? I have seen the task which God have given to the sons of men to be exercised therewith. He have made everything beautiful in its time, also have set the world in their heart. Yet so that man cannot find out the work that God have done from the beginning even to the end. I know that there is nothing better for them than to rejoice and to get pleasure so long as they live. So, is Solomon giving us wisdom to rejoice and to get pleasure out of life? Yeah, so Kyle, what you know about I broke the man code, the bro code? You like 16 years old, boy. Go get a wife first, all right? So all right, so here's what I have to say about this. And sometimes I start interacting with y'all a little bit too much and I lose my thought. I had a good point here too. All right. I know that there's nothing better for them than to rejoice and to get pleasure so long as they live. Don't get stuck in a box, brothers and sisters. Man, if you don't enjoy your life, you're going to just be a miserable person. Go on some trips. Go see the world. Go to an island. Go to another country. Go and see family that you haven't seen in 10 years. Go travel. Go to North Carolina. Go see the brothers down in Charlotte. Go see the people in Georgia. Moray Itamar and all of them, and Shalom and all those people down there. Go down to Florida. Go to the West Coast. I want to go to California. I've never been to California. I want to get to California. Just go out and enjoy life within the boundaries of Torah. Go enjoy life. Go to Jamaica. Go somewhere. That's what God gave us the life for. And we came around in a time where we could go to way farther places than our forefathers were ever able to go to. Go to Guyana. Go see CHOKMAH. You know, I still owe CHOKMAH a trip. I hope he's not mad with me. I was supposed to go down there this past summer, but that didn't happen. So I'm going to have to go see CHOKMAH in Guyana and go hang out down there. I'm going to take a vacation in Guyana. I just got to find out. I know Guyana is really hot. I just need to find out what's the best air-conditioned hotel to go to. Oh, that's why you in Charlotte. You visiting the people down there. That's what I'm talking about. Go to Israel. That's going to be a little bit tougher for me. In order for me to go to Israel, I want to lose about 40 to 50 pounds so that I could sit on that plane for 11 hours. That's the part that I'm not looking forward to, being on a plane for 11 hours. I think my limit is about 6 hours on a plane straight. Anything after that, I'm you know, with my beard and my keyboard, they might think I'm a terrorist because I'm going to start getting up, walking. People going to start feeling uncomfortable. Jamaica, anywhere, go somewhere. But I'm definitely going to have to make that Israel trip, go see our brothers and sisters in Dimona and all our other brothers and sisters that live in the land. That's definitely something that I have to do. Hopefully the Most High God will give me, you know, length in my life to be able to make all these places, you know. You know, I wanted to go to Brazil, but Brazil doesn't seem like it's too safe. You know, that was like one of my bucket list type things. But enough about me. Enjoy your life. Find some pleasure in your life. Sometimes I see like brothers and sisters, they go on these cruises. I believe the family in Charlotte, I forget who it is down there. I think it's called Sheikh's Isha, Kenya. They put these cruises together, and the brother Uzia in Charlotte, he's like a guide in Israel. He takes people out to Israel, and so if you ever want to go to Israel, you go with them. I believe they have an excursion coming up in May. The middle week of May or the third week in May, they have a trip to Israel. So get in contact with them. They're good with that stuff. So go enjoy life. Go see the land. Go do certain things, you know. Yeah, those brothers and sisters are always up on that, you know. And the good thing about them is they have, you know, saw Aharon down there, who is the leader at the Hashaba down there in Charlotte. And they got people like CHOKMAH who encourage them to, you know, get their passports and go out and travel. I got 2 passports. I got Panamanian passport and American passport. I'll go anywhere. I hide that American passport and use that Panamanian passport and get to anywhere. They don't like Americans everywhere. So that Panamanian passport come in handy. So yeah, enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Go to the football game. Go to a basketball. I see my brother Itamar down in Georgia. He always at the basketball game. He always did. After a hard day of work, what's wrong with going, and you got a little bit of kesef that you could spend? Enjoy your life. I had an elder tell me today, yo, your schedule is too crazy. You gotta take some time off for yourself. You know, enjoy yourself and do certain things. And she was like the second person that told me that. But, you know, pay attention to the signs. You know, I pay attention to that. So those are things that you keep in mind. Those are things that's the understanding, the wisdom that you gotta have. Enjoy yourself. I just seen my sister Lena pop up. Every time she get a chance, she come to New York. That's her enjoyment. She come up here, see her up here all the time. She's almost a regular. So those are things that we keep in mind to keep ourselves going. That's the stress-free stuff. You know, if you just in a rat race constantly, you take a week's vacation and you just staying in New York, you in the same environment. You got to change up that environment every now and then so that you can relax yourself, so you can have some time for yourself. You ever notice when you go away, um, you ever, you ever, you ever notice when you go away and you get to whatever hotel you in, and no matter what you got around you, you sometimes you sleep longer, you get more relaxed. You sometimes you don't even want to leave the hotel. It's like, you see, me and Mama always coming on the 20th. So there you go, Alina. She always coming to New York. So, but when you get to that hotel room, it's like a relief. It's like, man, I don't got to see that place for another week. I'm good. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Say you would love it if you go run around in Israel in the heat. There you would lose 50 pounds. I'm sure I would. I just told myself that week. Yeah, I know. Let me see. Let me move on. But enjoy life. That's the bottom line. Enjoy life. Within the realms of Torah, you could enjoy your life. That's right. You can enjoy your life. Verse 13. But also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy pleasure for all his labor is the gift of God. Are you understanding that? To enjoy the pleasure, it says, let me read that again. But also that so long as they live, but also that every man should eat and drink. You eat and drink and enjoy pleasure for all his labor. Enjoy the pleasure of all your labors is the gift of God. That means what you work hard for and you want to play, I know a brother that, grown man, got a bunch of kids. You know we get pleasure out of? You got these little speed racing cars. He gets pleasure out of that. The little helicopters, that's how he relaxes his mind. Whatever you find pleasure in, find your pleasure, find your peace. Whatever you like, if you like playing an instrument, if you like singing, whatever it is, whatever you find pleasure in, find it and enjoy your life, because that's the gift from your labors. You understand what I'm saying? That's the gift from your labor. If you find yourself that you saying, man, I can't even go on a vacation or whatever, start saving. Stop blowing. Stop, every $200 pair of sneakers you bought, sacrifice that. Say, you know what? I'm not buying $200 pairs of sneakers. You buy 3 of those in a year. That's $600 that you could save, put to the side. That's a plane ticket to somewhere. Those $70 pair of jeans, you got enough clothes. That's using wisdom. I'm not caught up with that clothes. I stopped doing that from a long time ago. I'd rather go away somewhere and relax. You go to another country, you could just wear your shorts, a t-shirt, because you're not going out there flashy, because where people are desperate, it calls for desperate measures, and you don't want to be flashing out there. So listen, gotta enjoy life. It says here, verse 14, I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be added to it, nor anything taken away from it. And God hath so made it that man shall fear before him. Nothing could be added to what God has said, and nothing could be taken away from it. So that's why the New Testament thing, we don't go for it, because you can't add to the word of God. The New Testament don't say, thus saith the Lord, and God said, or thus saith the Lord. So that's an addition. That's why many of us don't. If I have messianics that's listening to me right now, those are some of the reasons why we don't prescribe to the New Testament. because you can't add to the word of God, especially if God didn't speak it. So those are things that we have to keep in mind. You know, there's a time to tear down and there's a time to build up. And that's part of it. That's part of it. The tearing down means that you have to leave all those things behind that you've learned. No matter how much it hurts, sometimes you got to leave those doctrines because you can't prove the you cannot prove the origins of it or put the validity on it because it doesn't say thus saith the Lord. So we don't add to the word to the word of the Most High. We don't diminish from it. Those are things that we live by. You know, we just got to glorify the name of this great King. That's it. We just got to keep him in mind. Let me see. Said, and God hath so made it that man shall fear before him. That which hath been long ago, and that which is to be have already been, and God seeketh that which is pursued. So nothing is new underneath the sun. Everything that we see has already been done. Every thought that you thought, every thing that you've came up with, people have done them, applied them. It's like a big recycling thing, you know. But the thing is that if we don't learn from our past, then we're doomed to repeat it. So the best thing we could do is learn from our past. And what's our past? Our past is a lot of destruction, especially within the nation of Israel. A lot of destruction, separation, dissension, hatred, camps hating camps, places hating places. So all we doing is regurgitating and doing the same thing that those before us did. So where's that getting us? It's getting us nowhere. It's just we losing our children. People are separating. People don't think because we carry on in the same way. We're not trying to improve ourselves. And those are things that we have to keep in mind. You know, we gotta keep motivating. We gotta keep improving ourselves because that hatred, you know, and that all that other stuff is time past for that. You know. Listen, there was a time when I will not lend an ear to anyone that wore a yarmulke that was black, white, anything. I wouldn't give them an ear. You know, but and growing up, you get more understanding and more wisdom and said that it's got to be something wrong with that. He said because at the mouth of babes, wisdom shall come out. So those are the improvements that we begin to make. Everybody doesn't have to agree with what I'm saying, but I'm just telling you that this is life, and these are improvements that we make in life, you know, and that we see. That's right. It says right here, 16, and moreover I saw under the sun, and the place of justice that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness that wickedness was there. So this is a lot of what goes on now. In the place of justice, wickedness, and in the place of righteousness that wickedness was there. So it's occupying, wickedness is occupying somewhere that it doesn't belong. Wickedness is occupying where it does not belong. Right? This is what the writer is saying. And, you know, that's prominent today with what we see on everyday TV. We see a lot of people just doing wrong, you know, not acknowledging that there's a king. And then when things start going wrong in their lives, and they try to figure out why this is happening to me, but they've never acknowledged a God or a king. So these are the things that happen. So, shalom, shalom, Levi Poinsett. Shalom, shalom, Akwedmi El Menashe, my brother. Good seeing you. So, it says here, 19. For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts. Even one thing befalleth them. As the one dieth, so dieth the other. Yea, they have all one breath. So that man have no preeminence above a beast. For all is vanity. So we all die. Man and beast. One don't have, no matter how rich you are, no matter how big you are, you don't have preeminence over the beast, because we all return to dust. We all return to the earth, and we all become dust again. So the point of this is to enjoy your life. Enjoy what the Most High God has given you for as life. Within His law, statutes, and commandments, but enjoy it. Go out. Have fun. Travel. Don't stay stuck in one place. You know, sometimes I keep talking about this, but we stay stagnant, and it's not good to be stagnant. It's not good to be stagnant. They say a righteous man falleth 7 times, but he gets up. He falleth 7 times, he called them righteous, but he fell 7 times. Think about that. He fell 7 times and he's called righteous. Why? Because we're not perfect. Life is going to give us some headaches. It's going to slap us across the head. It's going to kick us in the cardio. It's going to throw us down. You're going to slip on the black ice and bust your behind. But you get back up. That's the thing about this Torah, that you get back up. You have enough strength to say, you know what? I'm going to get back up and I'm going to keep moving. That's what life is about. It's about constant, like Rakim say, constant elevation. That's right. Constant elevation, what he said? Constant elevation makes expansion, something like that. So constant elevation, you will expand. You gotta elevate. You can't stay stagnant. You gotta keep moving, you know, and enjoy your life. Listen, if you waiting for others to enjoy your life, you be waiting forever. Get your spouse, get your whatever. If you know your spouse is not really the one who kind of, you know, is going to go get tickets and stuff, plan something. Be like, we going here, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And sometimes, a lot of the times, it be the Nashim who push that. And if your wife is not that type and you're that type, then push it. You got to get enjoyment out of life. You got to get enjoyment out of life. That's right. Amen. I learned so much once I started traveling to other camps. We are scattered people like a puzzle. Every place has something to offer to the big picture. That's right, Alina. That was the words from Sister Alina. I remember when I first met Alina. She was as pleasant now as she was back then. That's that. Is Cincinnati considered the South? Or what is that considered? I would say the South. Southern hospitality, everything. I mean, we went down to Cincinnati, Moriah Elisha, and the House of Israel. They treated us nice. And we found out we was the same people. We joke, we laugh, we do the same thing. We enjoy each other's company. Midwest. We enjoy each other's company. So I thank the Most High that I met them. You know, that's another family. I know most of the people in Charlotte, I know them because they moved from New York. Most of the people in Georgia, I know them because they moved from New York. I didn't know anything about no Cincinnati. And there was Israelites like us that was non-messianic and that was going in as hard on certain things as we was. I was like, what? When I heard Moriah Elisha for the first time, I said, what? that was like a cool breeze, because he was talking the same stuff my teachers taught me. He was doing the same thing. And even with our differences, we were still able to come with a common ground and to have a common ground. And I thank God for that. I thank God for that. It's a blessing. Let me finish this out. I took one chapter and made it almost into an hour and a half. This is bad. It says here, for that which befalleth the sons of man, verse 20, all go unto one place, all are of the dust, and all return to dust. So we all turn, like one of my teachers, Chief Ellisar, said, you're going to turn to maggots, boy. That's what he used to say. We turn to maggots, and the animals turn to maggots, and we all return to the earth, and we become part of the earth once again. Who knoweth the spirit of man, whether it goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast, whether it goeth downward to the earth? No one knows that. Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his works, for that is his portion. Once again, is reminding us to rejoice in our works, because that's our portion. That's what God has given us. Those are the things that we work hard for. Rejoice in your works. Don't work hard just to give it away. Them hard-head kids, man, they alright. They gonna be there. You gotta enjoy yourself sometimes. They hard-head. Sometimes they don't listen to what you tell. You gotta tell them the same stuff over and over and over again. And then sometimes we reward them for the wrong stuff that they do. Don't reward them for wrong. You know how many little bad kids got toys for this pagan season that just went past that they didn't deserve? You know how many? Because their parents felt like, Xmas went past and, it'll be cruel not to give them something. Although they did some despicable things, but yet they got phones, they got sneakers, they got video games, they got all types of stuff. And they ain't deserve it just over some pagan holiday. Yeah. But that's our people. That's what we do. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot in that one chapter. So, it says here, wherefore, for who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? Because who gonna tell you what's gonna happen after you die? Ain't nobody ever die and come back and told you anything. So enjoy the life that you were given. This is the life that we live in. We don't teach about a paradise and a pie in the sky. We don't teach that. So enjoy the life that you're living in right now. And thank God for that. Thank God for what he's giving you. So there you have it. Hoping and praying that you got something out of tonight. Sometimes I like to switch it up. Maybe it was a little somber, but I wanted us to reflect on all the losses that we've had. Once again, prayers out to my brother Azriel, who lost his father yesterday, to the Levy family for the loss of their sister, Kivsa. My sister Marshall, who still, she lost her mother last year, middle of the year. Giving a shout out to my sister Beulah out in Chicago, who came and visited us here at D.C.B. It was a pleasant pleasure to have you with us. And she said she enjoyed herself. So anyone is always welcome. Sister Lena, she knows she always come through. She's welcome. Everyone is always welcome to come and visit us and talk, be there with us. Also, keep in prayer Chief CHOKMAH, who just came out of the hospital yesterday, going through a little medical situation. But we know prayers, the Most High God listened to him, so we pray for our brother Chief CHOKMAH, for our elder Chief CHOKMAH. Also for Ima Noreen, that the Most High God be with her and bless her. Ima Sarah, I know you out there listening. Darling, may the Most High God bless you. You know you my girl. You and Ima and Muna. I already told you we got to make a date to go to the movies and then go get something to eat. Who else? All our elders, Chief Alquana, Chief Abib, Prince Jeriel. I know he's in the recliner right now. He just snoring right now. Or maybe not, but he out there. Princess Shekinah, Princess Hannah. Who else is out there? Yeah, I get on Ima Yakoli. I haven't heard from her in a while. Got to give her a call. Hopefully she's good. Her foot, she had been having problems with her foot. And I know that that's an ongoing thing. So to everyone, all the elders in the community, may the Most High God bless them. So just a couple announcements and I'm not going to make the secular announcements. I'm going to make the announcements so D-Mac, don't get mad with me right now. Those are going to be the later announcements. I'm going to make other announcements throughout the week. All right. So on it's going to be a Beit Shalom on January 22nd from 1 p.m. until everything is free. It's on them. And it's open door. So come and eat, drink. It's on them. What else? All right. Kind of fell for a little while. Also, don't forget to support us whenever you can. Hit that little blue support button or hit the little right-hand side of the stream that you're looking at. Support us. Help us out. We're going to have services tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. 10:30 to between 10:30 and 11 o'clock we usually start. We usually have a breakfast there with the family. So come out and support us there. So that goes from that time to 2. Tomorrow we'll be doing a Torah portion. And hopefully you come out and be with us and support us. Yeah, I know that the YouTube is tweaking a little bit. So yeah, brothers and sisters, thank you for being with us once again. Thank you for supporting D.C.B. We appreciate all of your support. We appreciate all that you do with us. The next thing is the men's retreat, March 10th, the Israelite men's retreat in Harrisonburg, Virginia. That's where the Israelite brothers come together. I believe last year there was about 60 brothers. So let those brothers know what's up, that you want to be part of it, and come and join those brothers. All right, what's going on here? Oh, also the another conference, the Yisak BINAH, the Israelite Spiritual Action Committee, Pan-Israelite Freedom Conference, Amakai Yisrael Estate, Foso, Ghana, Asin Foso, Ghana, February 26th to March 11th, 2017. So there's going to be a Pan-Israelite Freedom Conference, and it's called Amakai Yisrael Estate, I seen Foso in Ghana. You could see my brother Dawid Ben Levy for that information. If you want to go to Ghana, from February 26th to March 11th, brother's going to be out there. He told me about this, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it, my brother, because my funds is not that good right now. So that's for everybody that wants to go and attend in Ghana. Definitely. And send me all, inbox me on Facebook, inbox me all of your events, inbox me everything so that I can announce them to everybody so everybody know what's going on. Then to make sure you inbox me all the conferences that the brothers is having from the different House of Israel. I know they do about 3 every year. I don't know what's going on now, but just let me know. So next week, Rabbi Shalom is coming back to do part 2 of his of what he started. So next week, part 2, Rabbi Shalom. He's going to come on and he's going to finish it. He's going to go through the era of the rabbis after Rabbi Matthew and Rabbi Ford into the 60s to Cohen Levy, and I believe some of Nasi Yaakov. So very interesting. Me and him been talking. We're going to do some videos. You know, he wants to get into doing some videos and stuff like that. So we working on that. I think he'll be an asset to some of the things that forget to support our channel. I got 49 people on now, and I feel guilty just saying shalom, but I gotta say shalom because I gotta go to sleep, and I'm doing the lesson tomorrow, so I still gotta study for that a little bit more. And somebody told me, man, I don't know where you find all the time to do all this. I don't know where I find the time either, but it is what it is, and I just roll with the punches. I know that is my job. To serve God's people. So that's what I do. I just serve God's people. I'm grateful that God's given me this opportunity, that Yahweh has given me this opportunity, and I do it willingly until I can't do it anymore. When I come to a breaking point, or where I come to a time where I can't do it anymore, then I can't do it anymore. It's going to have to be somebody else that's going to have to pick up the baton and do it. And that's just what it is. You pick up the baton and do it and keep it moving. Somebody picks up the baton. It don't end with me. I'm not the first, and I won't be the last. So I just came in an era where there was a lot of technology, and I utilize all of it. Also, I got a question. Do people still use Twitter, Instagram? Do people still use Twitter and Instagram? Because we have a Twitter account and an Instagram account. And I don't know how to go about promoting that or how that works. I know how it works, but I don't know if people are still like on that or people really use that. It seems like Facebook has picked up steam again, and it's not even worth going to those other sites. So y'all let me know if I should keep that going, or the hashtags and all that stuff works, and if it's good, or if I should continue in that. Y'all let me know what's going on. As they say, what's popping with that? Is the screen blank on YouTube? Can anybody, if you could hear me and see me clearly on YouTube, please give me a 1. Please give me a 1 if you can hear me and see me clearly on YouTube. That's for the people on YouTube. All right. Did everybody hear the announcements that I made on YouTube? On YouTube, did everybody hear the announcements that I made? If you heard the announcements that I made on YouTube, please say yes. Bavakusha, please say yes. All right. If you heard the announcements that I made, please say yes. To make sure that it's not just our sister Shamariah. All right. All right. So if you didn't hear the announcements that I made on YouTube, here they go. All right. So the announcements that I made on January 22nd, next 2 weeks, our brother Chief Benjamin and brother Shalom will be he's going to be graduating, the first graduating class in New York City from the Israelite Board of Rabbis in 16 years. So it's going to be him and brother Shalom are going to be graduating. They're going to be officially rabbis. They're going to receive their diplomas. A blessing. That's my boy Benjamin, been my boy for over, I say about 25 years. About 25 years. I'm happy for him. He's been at it for a while, so I'm going to celebrate. I need a designated driver for I'm just playing. But that's one of the announcements. The next announcement that I had was for the Israelite Men's Retreat. That will be on the weekend of March 10th to the 12th. You could get in contact with Brother Benjamin for that, and also Cohen Zadok Benjamin. I believe Cohen Shea, all those brothers are in there. So just get in contact with them. That's what going on with that. And the next announcement is from my brother Dawid Ben Levi. It's called the Pan-Israelite Freedom Conference, Amakai Yisrael Estate, Asim Foso, Ghana, February 26th to March 11, 2017. So you be able to see that. That was shared on my page, right? On my Facebook page. So for anybody there. And my sister Kaya, how can I forget you? All right. She sent me a flyer here also. Sisters Walking in Our Purpose, the 12th Annual Phenomenal Israelite Women's Conference, Sisters Walking in Our Purpose, Thursday, March 2nd through Sunday, March 5th, 2017. 3420 Norman Berry Drive, Hateville, Georgia. I hope I'm reading that right. Hateville, Georgia. So phenomenal woman. They've been going on for a long time. So, and they got that strong organization going. So that's for all the phenomenal Israelite sisters out there. So that's everything that's going on. Whatever else you have, just send it to me, inbox me. Let me know what's going on. For that phenomenal woman, see Sister Kaya Baker. Inbox her, Kaya Baker. K-H-A. Let me make sure I'm spelling it right before she killed me. Yeah, K-H-A-Y-A Baker. B-A-K-E-R. Inbox her about that. Inbox everybody else about everything else. Also, there was something that was sent to me, and I'll read it to you briefly before I get off. This was sent to me by Sister Alicia Dye. This is from a county sheriff's department. Please read this message very carefully. This message is for any lady who goes to work, college, school, or even driving or walking the streets alone. If you find a young person crying on the road showing you the address and is asking you to take them to that address, take that child to the police station. No matter what you do, don't go to that address. It says, this is a new way for gang members to rape women. Please forward this message to all ladies and guys so that they can inform their sisters and friends and family. Our one message may save a life. Published by CNN and Fox News. Please circulate. Please do not ignore. Thank you. So that's the public announcement. So if you have any other public announcement, please let me know, and I'll definitely get it out to the people. So thanking the Most High King of heaven and earth for all things and everything. Thanking him for this opportunity to speak to his people. And I hope and pray that everyone has a pleasant night of sleep. Abia, I got the letters. Don't worry. I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to print them. And I'll let you know what's up with that. All right. So that was giving me problems to open up on my phone. So I had to wait till I got home. So, but I got it. Don't worry. It's good. We good. And to everybody, I say once again, Shabbat Shalom. May the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob bless you all. May the Most High God keep you. And may the Most High God shine his face upon thee and be merciful and gracious unto you. Hallelujah. See y'all in the AM. Shalom, shalom.